elections and global interest rates, we've got a local election, which everybody is saying is almost like a no event right now. But after that, you have a budget. So do you think rather than elections, we should focus on budget, and that could be an element of volatility coming because of that?
No, I think just as much as election is a non-event, I think budget is pretty much a non-event as well. It's been pretty well laid out. What are the priority areas for this government? How is this government going to approach? They are trying to push the envelope on the investment side, but I think incrementally from this point on, their ability to push more investments is limited. So they need the private sector to kind of fill in the gap over there. So I don't think even budget can throw up any kind of a surprise which none of us has ever thought about.
So like a deep and a very shaky sell-off in mid and small cap stocks in the month of March. Do you think the froth in the mid and the small cap space is over? Markets have now adjusted?
So first of all, I would say the froth is a strong word, but if you had to say that word, it is more in the SME space than in the mid and small cap space. The degree of euphoria or bullishness varies from space to space. So SME has the maximum, kind of froth over there, which has kind of corrected itself due to the regulatory nudge, and I think it was more definitely required. But mid and small cap, you can say, are probably a standard deviation above its long-term average, which makes it on the expensive side, but I won't call it so to say a euphoria or a bubble. That's a too harsh a term in my opinion. And on the other hand, the large cap space is definitely looking attractive. So I think we have the entire gamut, entire spectrum available in the market. I won't be worried about a small spot in the market being a little frothy because that would be like tail wagging the dog.
Ravi, a lot of market experts are maintaining that PSUs were the leaders and PSUs will be the leaders, and by all PSUs on decline. As a house, how have you approached the PSU stocks?
See, our approach has been very, very clear. First of all, PSU is a basket that is defined by the market. We don't look at government-owned companies as a separate basket. What we look for is themes that cut across all sectors. So what has been exciting for us is, so if there is a energy transition as a theme, or whether it is financials, revival in the economy, those kind of themes. Now, if there are players within PSU sector that have the right to win that space, that is what excites us. So for example, defense is one thing that we were bullish on for the last 3 years. There is only PSU defense as a sector that exists. Private sector is virtually non-existent. So in that kind of a case, absolutely we would buy PSU defense companies. But if you tell me about banking, larger banking companies, then I don't believe that any of the PSU banks have a right to win over there. They are a beneficiary of more a cycle rather than any kind of and the valuation arbitrage existed between the PSU and the private. I think that valuation arbitrage has played out. Now incrementally, I think only a company or a bank that has managed to stand itself apart from the rest of the pack, men and the boys will be separated, so be on the lookout for that.
Ravi,